Welcome to a new episode of Books in 140 Seconds. Today we're discussing And Also Sharks by Jessica Westhead. I read it on my iPad.
She's
Aren't
fancy.
you so fancy? And so this is a collection of 15 short stories about society's misfits. Like there's the crazy cat lady. There's the kleptomaniac who doesn't realize what she's doing is wrong.
The crazy plant lady?
The crazy plant lady, the crazy florist, the old lady who's also crazy. So basically the people you see on the subway and down the street that you avoid eye contact with. And this goes inside their hearts and minds and makes you realize they're more like you than you initially thought.
What's really awesome about these stories is that these misfits are actually the most sympathetic characters. If you would call them regular people, are somewhat abrasive and annoying, and that really comes to light in the first story, which was my favorite, about the crazy cat lady and her very well-meaning coworkers who are just looking out for their sick coworker. And as the story progresses, you become more and more annoyed with them, and you sympathize more with the cat lady. And that was what I found most interesting about the collection as a whole, really. It's not just that and our sympathy for the misfits, but analyzing how we construct our own identities and how we see ourselves, because everybody in these books are pretty blind to how they actually are. And so we actually have this amazingly appropriate cover where there are these like real people faces, you probably can't see it, and they're wearing paper doll like 2D outfits. So they're kind of dressed up in these ideas of ourselves that we create, that we force upon ourselves. And it's really uncomfortable to see those exposed.
It really is. And Westhead is an extremely clever writer because you are both horrified and yet endeared by these people. Mm-hmm. And these stories have twists and turns, so it throws you an unexpected lob that really shows a new side to the characters, a new side of your perception of these characters as you're reading the book. And I really appreciated that.
And it's bright, and there's such a good deal of levity in the stories. The quirks and the humor are really what kind of lighten these otherwise uncomfortable realizations about the way society works and about the way we see ourselves.
Yeah, it's an extraordinary mix of like humor and horror, and it's some very serious moments with some very funny moments, and I highly recommend it, don't you?
Also, best title ever.
Best title ever. And also Sharks.
And also read it.
And also more Sharks. Best title ever. You should just read it for that alone. I mean, I need to make a shark joke here, but I'm failing.